Alright, Jeff here coming back at me with another video. You're walking around the house, you're being a dad, and you're making things sure things are picked up and they're cleaned up, and then you go to your kid's gaming chair and you find this. What the heck happened? So evidently somebody ripped this cable completely apart with a great amount of force. So I'm going to go ahead and show you today how we're going to fix this. Luckily this got copper strands in here. So we're going to twist these together, make sure we don't have any of these crossed with one another. Like so. And then we're going to take a razor blade and we're going to split this a little bit so we got some room to work with. And then notice back further down on the cable here, we have an exposed section there. Not really sure what happened. I'm guessing child happened. So on this one here, since it's just the one side that's exposed, we're going to make sure that wire's tucked inside there. And then we're just going to sleeve this. With some heat shrink tubing. So we're just going to get a section that's just big enough to cover that, like so. So we'll do that one first because that one's going to be an easy fix. If we get this tube open up, there we go. Alright, so we're going to shove all of our wires in there. Move this down over our injured area. Get our handy torch. Let's see here. This thing's got a safety button on. Heat that up. This tubing might be too big, but it should shrink down around there. I want to keep moving. Don't get it too hot. I don't know, this might be too big. It's a tad bit too big for what we're doing, so we're just going to go ahead and just like so. We'll do that. Be right back. Alright, let's go ahead and continue on here. So this heat shrink stuff, that should stay in place there. You may have to get some smaller stuff to put over the top of that. Alright, so these here, we're going to cut these back to about right, like so. There's no particular length that needs to be, just so that there's enough wire there. You can see these have less strands on them, so we're going to cut this back. Peel this back a little bit. And we're going to strip off about the same length we had there. That kind of took a little bit more than even as far as the cutting back the stuff there. Alright, so we're gonna cut these about the same length as the other ones. We're going to take some solder and we're going to tin these. So tinning is just getting it so the solder covers the copper or adheres to the copper before we go ahead and put these together. If you've got a tweezer holder, I'll link one of those in the description. They're kind of handy. So it has little fingers that grab, so you can basically put them in the little fingers and get these lined up so it holds it in place like so. And then you'll have extra hands to actually solder them together. I don't have mine. I'll have to order one. Alright, so our hot gun should be heated up here. We're basically just going to heat these wires up. And you'll notice how that starts tinning the copper. So that's good. That means we'll get good adhesion. Like so. We'll do the other one. Maybe, if I can get it under control here. Jeez. This thing does not want to cooperate. My God. Alright, so we got that side tinned. We'll go to this side. Just use our tools maybe. Hold this in place. Okay, and then you'll notice our wires, one has a white stripe, the other one's all black, so all black is going to go to all black. Okay, actually before we do this, we're going to want to let me see if I can't find my sleeving real quick. You can buy this stuff a lot smaller, where you could sleeve each individual one, so that way when you solder it together, you can slide the sleeve over the top of it. Sleeve being a sheathing like this, or the heat shrink. That way you can put one on each strand here, and then you can use a bigger one to go over the top of the two of them. That way you're not shorting both of the leads out. But let me see if I can find that stuff, and we'll be back. Alright, I couldn't find my smaller heat shrink, so I'm just gonna use this one for now. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and put this one together. Like so. And then we'll slide our heat shrink over our other one. I have to split this apart a little bit more. Slide that down. Get it to cooperate, stay together. This is where that finger vise comes in really handy. Cake this full of solder here so we can bond the two of them together. Like so. Maybe get cooperate. That's hot. Alright, so we got them fused together now. Everything's back together the way it should be. So we're going to put this over the top of that. Get our heat gun out. Shrink that down. As much as possible. We're going to take our other one. Sleeve the two of them. Crimp this down. On the ends, kind of hold that a little bit better. So this other one we did will heat that up. Crimp that one, crimp that one. Kind of give it a little extra strength. Okay, there you have it. Our cable's back together, and didn't have to buy a new one. So hope that helps you out. And if you have any questions or tell me your personal stories of anything you might have fixed that helped you out. Thanks. Bye.